Today I'm taking a little break from the usual adventure highlights to share something I know every traveler needs. Smart travel tools that will make your adventures smoother, easier, and more fun. Before I had these apps, I would spend so much time fumbling around on different sites getting logistics in place to make a trip happen, and I'm guessing you've been there too. So rather than getting stressed out trying to figure out all these details, I'm sharing with you the top 3 travel tools I can't live without. I'll be showing you exactly how I use these apps in real time, giving you the inside scoop on why they're absolute must-haves for any adventurer, how they've made my travel smoother, and how they can do the same for you. Ready to level up your travel game? Let's dive in. I never recommend anything unless it's something I've personally tested and I've used and have as a part of my life. So these recommendations are really close to my heart. They've become such essentials in my life as a traveler. I literally can't imagine navigating the world without them. And if it's something that I love and trust, I know that it's going to make a real difference for you too. So let's talk about my first travel tool, my absolute go-to app for outdoor adventures, AllTrails. Whether I'm looking for a trail in my own backyard or planning an epic hike while traveling, this is the ultimate tool for mapping out the perfect adventure. One of the things I love about AllTrails, well, honestly, it's not just one thing. I love everything about this app. With over 450,000 curated trails across the globe, you can pretty much find a new hike anywhere you are. And the filters on this app are a total game changer. You can filter by activities, so whether you're into hiking, biking, or trail running, it'll help find the perfect trails for you. You can narrow it down by length, difficulty level, trail features, and even suitability for kids, dogs, or accessibility needs. And it's not just about finding the perfect trail. AllTrails connects you to a community of over 65 million fellow explorers, so you can view trails they've been on, see photos, hear about the latest trail conditions from other hikers. It's like having an instant adventure squad that's always sharing tips and updates in real time for you. Now you can start using AllTrails for free on your computer or download the app on your phone, which is awesome. But if you're serious about the outdoors, I highly recommend AllTrails Plus. It's just a couple bucks a month and the extras are 100% worth it. One of the best parts is you get to download offline maps, which is a lifesaver when you're off-grid. And there's a super helpful feature that gives you alerts if you take a wrong turn. So you're not accidentally wandering off trail, or if you're caught in bad weather, you have that navigation ready for you. And if you're like me and you want to share your adventures as they happen, you can actually live share your activity with friends and family so they can track your progress. A few other great features that I love about the paid version is you can preview 3D flyovers, which is really cool, so you can get a sense of the terrain and lay of the land. And you can also get current trail conditions, which can literally be a lifesaver. So now that we've had a little sobering moment, let me share with you the second tool I can't live without, and that's Omio. When you're traveling, I think one of the hardest things to do is plan out the transportation. Hotels and flights, that's one thing to figure out. What to see and do, that's totally fun. But figuring out trains, buses, ferries, and everything in between can be a total headache in this feat of coordination, not to mention a major source of stress, especially when you're in a foreign country and you're not as familiar with the options. What I love about Omio is that it takes the guesswork out of transportation. And here's the best part. It's a completely free app. You literally just put in point A to point B, and Omio gives you every possible transportation option available. It's so cool. We're talking flights, buses, ferries, trains. It's all laid out so you can easily compare ticket prices and choose what works best for you. Not only does it show you the cheapest options, but it also lets you purchase your tickets right within the app. So you don't have to juggle between maybe finding prices on one website and then going to another to actually get the tickets, or stress about things getting lost in translation. Everything's streamlined in one place, and to me, it's literally like having your entire transportation plan at your fingertips. That includes timetables, live trip updates, so you always know exactly where you're going and when. So you can use this whether it's domestic or traveling abroad, and to me, it's a total must-have. The third travel tool I can't live without is Babbel. As a traveler, I've always believed that one of the best ways to truly experience a new place is by embracing its culture, and language is a big part of that. I love learning languages, even if it's just a few words here and there.
La Toscana è bella di persona come il porto. La Toscana.
And plus, when you make even a basic effort to say greetings like hello, good morning, thank you, or asking for directions or ordering food, it's not just about practicality, it's a sign of respect. And here's why I love Babbel. First off, it's super practical. It's not about memorizing endless vocabulary lists that you'll probably forget the minute you close the app. Instead, Babbel focuses on real-life conversations. So you're actually going to learn phrases and sentences you'll actually use when you're out exploring, like how to order a coffee or how to find the nearest train station. And it helps make this learning feel really intuitive and honestly fun. Learning language should be fun. Babbel also offers courses in over 14 different languages, and the best part is you can learn at your own pace. Whether you're squeezing in a quick lesson before your trip or diving into daily language practice, Babbel adjusts to your schedule. Also, it's not just about memorizing words. They will integrate speaking, listening, and even cultural tips to make sure you're really prepared for your destination. Another thing I love is that it's bite-sized. So even if you've got just 10 minutes a day, you can still make real progress. You're not having to spend like an hour a day learning the language. And the app uses speak recognition technology, so you can practice your pronunciation and make sure you're sounding like a local. On a recent trip to Italy, I was determined to be able to order food and drinks with some level of conversational ability. And one of the best experiences I had was at a gelato shop called 𝗏𝗍 in the heart of Florence. I had rehearsed the order in my head, how to ask for a sample of hazelnut gelato. Posso assaggiare il gelato a nocciola? And I felt pretty confident as I stepped up to the counter. Now, apparently, my enthusiasm for learning Italian came across because not only did the woman behind the counter give me a sample of the hazelnut gelato, but she also handed me over a few extra flavors to try, grinning ear to ear. It was the cutest thing when she leaned over the counter and said, "I love your accent." I walked out with a really big smile, a great memory, and a much bigger cup of gelato than I expected. And the lesson learned, a little effort goes a long way, especially when gelato is involved. For me, language is about making connections. When you can speak even a little bit of the local language, it changes your entire experience. People appreciate the effort. You get to dive deeper into the culture. So whether you're heading to Italy, Spain, Germany, Japan, or beyond, to me, Babbel is the perfect travel companion. All right, that wraps up my top 3 travel tools I can't live without. Whether you're planning your next epic hike, navigating through a new country, or brushing up on the local language, these apps are going to make your travels smoother and way more fun. And to make it even easier for you, I've included links to all of these apps in the description below, and I've also pinned them in the comment at the tops too. So there's no need to go searching. You just go to the links, download the app, and get ready to start planning your next adventure. Once you start using these tools, you're gonna wonder how you ever traveled without them. So of course, as always, thanks for watching and stay curious, keep exploring, and I look forward to seeing you on the next adventure. Hey, thanks so much for watching today's episode. Take a second and like this video, then subscribe to Explore This so you can get notified on when the next episodes come out where we're gonna be seeking adventure, tasting the world, and discovering everything. So excited to have you with me. I'm your host, Jenna Ahana, and I will see you next time.
La Toscana è bella di persona come il porto. La Toscana.